Mm-mm. Oh no, they won't.
I think that you have to be sick to stab a person. I also think that you have to be sick to shoot into a crowd.
You do indeed. All right, let's get
Said,
ready.
he said, if we don't even know what Courtney is, do you think there's a chance in hell for the for Deshaun to be like, hey, make this left?
Right.
I'm feeling a little crazy right now. I want to get myself evaluated. Son of a gun, he is.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's how we can play that. That's fine.
Welcome into Bridging Civil Tension. Bridging Civil Tension with Bill Wallace, author, entrepreneur, mentor, coach, just all around good guy. And also African American. Let's not leave that off then. For all the listeners out there, just so you know. Yeah, do not adjust the dials on your phone. And of course me, Ken Jones, owner, founder, CEO of 2160 DDOE.
Some people just call him the legend for short.
There you go. And of course, Caucasian. This is Bridging Civil Tension, where Phil and I believe, you know what, it's better to build a bridge than it is to tear one down. And well, sometimes those bridges are made out of toothpicks, and sometimes they're made pretty good. But the fact of the matter is, there are things out there that are irritating people, and that's what we want to talk about, what is causing the tension out there. Now, there's a couple of, we're going to talk about death today. And you know, shots fired, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about death today. And here's the deal. Out in Sacramento on April 3rd. Okay. Today is not April 3rd. I don't know what is. Today is the 8th. So five whole days ago. It was a pretty bad mass shooting. 6 people dead, 16 wounded. Ended up arresting 3 gang members. Okay. And you know, so throughout this show, we've kind of depicted narrative and things of that nature. We'll show sometimes the crazy gunmen who may be white, you know, just being walked out gently, right. But they'll put a flak jacket on them, you know, right. Whatever, and you know, here, open the door, just get in.
Out of curiosity, what does the jacket do?
The flak jacket? Yeah. Well, it stops bullets. In case there's somebody out there.
Well, you see the vest sometimes, but there's also like they'll put their coat over.
Yeah, they'll put like an FBI coat. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, that's what I was like.
Maybe they were cold.
Just like chill.
I'm a little chilly.
After murder, I always get a chill.
Yeah, let me give you this FBI jacket. And so what I was doing, and I was showing Phil what I was trying to do is a horrible thing, and our thoughts and prayers go out there. And I have been trying to find the arrest pictures of these guys because they found them quickly. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there was cameras. I haven't followed the whole thing, but they found these 3 guys quickly. They feel that maybe there's a few more because it was gang related. Right. But we don't see them like leaving their palatial estate or whatever. There isn't that. Here's what we have: mugshot. Right. And you got this mugshot. You know, a guy with dreads, a face tattoo, you know, right. All of this. And again, I just sit here and go, why aren't we getting the walking from the house to the car FBI, you know, shots that
not everybody gets?
That not everybody gets. So it makes me wonder, is it one of 2 things? Is it one, we came in, guns blazing, tied them up like wild animals and threw them into the back of, you know, a paddy wagon? Or was it, well, it didn't necessarily go down like that. We came in, they were like, "Yep, we did it." Take me away,
Right.
right?
Which one was it?
I don't know which one it was because I can't find it.
Well, we should check the buddy. There's no buddy. Okay.
Right. There's not that footage, and that's what I'm saying. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, but what I see is, and understand, I've never killed anybody, right?
Right.
I don't know what mental state you'd be in if you have. At some point, even if you do kill somebody, at some point you got to go. I don't know.
You're unconscious. I've killed people in Mario Kart unapologetically.
You went after.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's little kids at daycare. I don't care if it's siblings. You're gonna get this work.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit with the turtle shell.
As soon as I get Peach in these red turtle shells, there's no safety. There's no safety.
But what do we say?
There's dead bodies up in northern Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't. Just a quote can't say. Anyway. Yeah, no, not at man camp. No, listen, there are not dead bodies up there.
I was like, what?
welcome in from California. So Alex, of course. So here, so I and again, what I say is, question everything you hear,
right,
but understand what's being said. So again, here we are, with and they, I know at least one or two of them are siblings.
Right.
So when I say brothers, they're
right,
siblings that are African American.
Thanks for clarifying.
Right.
Brothers.
They're brothers, right? They're brothers. They're brothers. and but all I get is this mean mugshot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not happy at this point. I haven't seen really, really good mugshots. Now, let's just leave it right there. This is a horrible thing. Let's just leave it right there. You sent me a TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
About this young lady who is a beautiful blonde gal.
Right.
And she is a
social media
influencer.
Right.
Now, I'd never heard of her. So I'm not that influenced by her.
Yeah, me neither.
Dating a gorgeous black guy, right? Healthy, athletic, kind of football player type build. Good cat. They're down in Miami. They're at a hotel. There's not even her apartment, or was it her apartment?
I'm not even sure.
I don't know. And she goes ham on this guy with a knife.
Right.
Stabs him to death.
Multiple stab wounds until he was no more.
Until there was no more. They arrest her, and she starts to cry, weep, and cry, and says, "I'm going to kill myself." So the authorities then take her to the local hospital, where she is then evaluated, and they go, "Yeah, she might be mentally unstable." And then they go, "Thank you for playing. You have a lovely parting gift." And now we don't know where she is. They let her go. What?
I can't.
What? All right. So let's see what Alex says. I wish we could get back to the traditional racism where white people ask tall black people if they play basketball. All of this other stuff is just really sad.
It's so simple. Which team are you on? Are you a rapper? Like,
yeah, it's
the good old days.
The good old, right?
2000 to 2006.
Or hey, you why don't you swing on over to my place for dinner? You want extra crispy or original? What do you?
My wife, she makes collard greens.
Yeah, right. They're out of a can. It'll be fine. And then they just called us hunky. That was it. All right, there we go. I digress. Let's just stay here in the same realm of things. White lady
stabs
black man.
Shoots.
Says, "Well, I'm sorry, I'm beautiful, I'm kind of wealthy, maybe because I'm an influencer. I don't know." Oh, you know what? I tell you what, Susie. why don't you just go and take a walk on the beach, kind of walk it off, maybe go talk to your therapist or whatever, um, and we'll be in touch with you. Don't leave town.
Right. And
What?
she's somewhere we don't know where she is, and that's horrifying if you're in
Yeah.
Miami.
Oh, what? Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer, I see that you're eating somebody again. It's fine. Go ahead. You do you, buddy. Right? What? All right. Well, let's stay here then too, and just go here. Alec Baldwin. Just walking around having a good time. Not arrested. Killed somebody.
What did they decide with him? Like,
Haven't. Yeah. Oh, just walking around. Now let's just say instead of a slap, our boy Will Smith shot him. Would he be walking around?
nah.
No, of course not. And why not, people?
And even if it was a non-fatal shooting, nah. I can't.
Can't see it. Now, again, you're going to say what you're going to say. Yes, you people out there absolutely are going to say, hey, there were no, that was assault. He should have been arrested. Sure should have. You can't arrest anybody.
Let me ask you this. If he got arrested for assault, could Will start crying?
Tell you what, Will.
Hey,
probably because it's Hollywood, right?
Can you make this left?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little crazy.
And I don't know. I don't know what the law is in Miami
for murder.
But if somebody's mentally unstable, aren't you watching them? You are strapped into the hospital bed at that point. Right. You're not like, well, go home, freshen up,
be around innocent civilians, even though you just stabbed somebody
with a knife, not even a gun. It's just like, and multiple times, because this is a big dude. It wasn't like
paper cut did him in. Like,
she went ham on him. Just and I'm not saying that it's a racial thing. I'm just saying, is it a monetary thing? And I can't even say that, because you know what? These gang members, maybe they did well for themselves. I don't know. That's why I say all I know is I just see the mugshot. I don't see her mugshot. I see this beautiful blonde lady
in the street,
walking around. Nobody knows where she's at.
They didn't get that far,
right,
for the mugshot, because on the way she
started to cry.
But so we got a dude can shoot up a church and get Burger King. She can stab a dude and get dropped off. Hey, this is my bus stop, actually. This is the blue line. If you let me off here.
This here is the blue line. Could I? Bree, good morning. They put her under something called the, what is it? Baker Act.
Yeah. So her name can be released. So in the press, that's why it was a TikTok. So, yeah.
That's interesting,
so
isn't it?
Imagine if it was me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Officer Tom, I coach around here. So if we can make it so my name isn't in the Northwest Herald, I'd really appreciate it. I think I'm feeling a little crazy. Baker Act, so you can't release my name to the press.
Yeah.
And let me out right here because I feel crazy. That would never happen.
Right. It's called the Baker Act. It's not the Jaqueline Act, is it? It's.
I don't.
So that's very interesting, right? And being an influencer, I'm going to guess that she had access to things of this nature. You don't just wake. This is premeditated. You just don't go, whoops, I tripped. I accidentally stabbed him, so I continue to stab him 45 more times. Oh, honey, are you okay? I said, are you okay?
If you ever watch Year One, what am I doing over again? I just don't
yeah. So her name couldn't be, because we wouldn't want to, of course, cut into her profits.
Right.
And her ability to continue to influence. So if she's an influencer, that means a lot of people follow her. This would be the exact person you want to shit can and put out there. Be like, this bitch is crazy. Do not be influenced by this lady. Because how many little soldiers does she have out there now who started to love on a brother or or sister, and now we're like, I gotta end their lives because she's an influencer.
And as long as I say that I'm crazy,
Bakerette.
Big Rack. Can't put my name in the paper. And I gotta get let out of the cop car without anything.
All right, dear. Have a good day.
Like, you didn't spend a night in jail.
You want us to whip through? You want a double latte? You gonna need anything before you go?
This broccoli cheddar bowls are delicious from here. You want one? No? Okay.
Okay.
Thought I'd offer.
And we joke about it,
But okay, so
but this is infuriating.
and we talked about how like some things aren't about race, some things are about like the money standard, right? And I don't know if she's like how we don't know who she is. I don't know if she's hit like the Will Smith or like Alec Baldwin type of level with the money
Right.
that
She didn't look like she didn't have much money.
right, but like there's
She
people
looked like she's doing okay.
like you said, even the drug dealers probably might have $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not race, and if money's equal,
Right.
they didn't get released. They killed. They didn't get Burger King like Dylan did, but
Nope.
they got more money than Dylan. So
But we see this lovely mugshot of, here's what I need you to do: quit smiling. And now, honestly, maybe I don't even know if that's the shot of the people they arrested. Here's just a gangbanger's mugshot.
so
Right?
then my other thing:
Yeah.
are they in a gang? Like, is it confirmed?
That it was confirmed that it was gang related.
Which gang?
I don't know. That I didn't know. Just a gang. Yeah. But for our good friends out there, that's black on black. But they did kill white people.
But,
don't worry about that.
Like
I mean, history repeats itself. It's not the first time a white woman has cried crocodile tears and gotten away with it. Cue Emmett Till. That's a great school in the South Side of Chicago,
Great
Emmett Till
school.
Academy. And of course, they just passed the Emmett Till law, right? Or it only took 50 years.
50 years,
Lynching is now bad.
bro.
We'll just call it the Emmett Till.
Like we're recalling all tape players. Like what?
Yeah.
You're a little behind on the times on like, but you also missed the boat because I think it was a year and a half, 2 years ago when we first started the show, and there were those black kids who were found hung.
Mm-hmm.
And there were like 8 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them were ruled suicide.
Suicide. It was bad.
Eight cases of black people taking themselves to parking lots to hang themselves, all ruled as suicide. Not one of them was tried and convicted as a murderer.
No.
And
No one
then
was.
2 years later, no lynching.
50 years later.
Well, yeah, but
Let's be honest. You're giving us credit.
I would have said like, okay,
Yeah.
3 months after this just happened, we at least got to show that we're kind of on it. That look, 60 days ago, 8 black kids were found hung, and even though we didn't rule it like we should have, maybe they should have had someone in the Supreme Court who knew how to do it. Anyway, now they do. Anyway, now at least 60 days later, we tried to rectify in some way, shape, or form. 2 years later.
Yeah, things move slow, and there's a lot. There's a lot.
Remember, and we had this conversation when it happened.
China.
Stop Asian hate.
Yeah, Asian.
That moved real quick.
Yeah,
That was in 2 weeks of the
barbecue is a slow roast. Asian noodles is a quick boil. Alex says the typical celebrity or minority problem. Treat them like shit and abuse them for as long as you can until it doesn't fit the narrative. Then use the new narrative to show how much you've done, learned, or changed to get better. Just wait till the PR spin comes out in 6 months. Make it all about how great you are on every level. People are just getting their PR machines ready. Okay, well, let's take a look at something. No sign, and we're going to go back to our influencer. No sign of abuse.
quite the opposite.
Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. Now what's happening? You've got some attorney. I got you. We're going to create this narrative that this big black fella was bad. You had no choice.
We found in Deshaun's room 0.03 grams of marijuana
Right.
in his sock drawer. Now, I know that's less than what's currently in your Subaru from the dispensary up the street, but he had weed.
Enraged. It enraged him. The munchies enraged him. So right now,
Some flaming hot Cheetos. He was on the loose.
right? So now you've got some dude who's going to make his name, right?
The bad guy.
And is saying, I got you. No, we've got a little cuckoo. I can spin that with some of the videos I've seen, because I think you are a little bit nuts, but I can also say that this guy was a predator and, created that. Don't worry, honey. In 6 months, you're going to be making more videos. Right.
Do you understand how crazy you have to be to have your girlfriends make a statement that quickly of no, she abuses him all the time, unprovoked, and he doesn't even defend himself. He doesn't do anything.
Right.
Like, they knew how they would spin it.
Yeah.
So like they instantly know, like, she's off.
Mm-hmm.
She does this all the time with zero consequence.
Yeah, she's a little bipolar. Crazy. I'm sure there were good people on both sides.
It's gotta be the orange hair.
Right. So as we look at this, we look at this, the two scenarios we're talking about, and say, yeah, there was something off about this gal.
Right.
These guys are just
Bad.
They're gangbangers, bad, evil people. Right now, I don't know either situation.
Right.
But when you're on the outside looking in, you're like, well, this is a mass shooting. These things happen all the time. So we're accepting that these gangbangers, and when we say gangbangers, we obviously never picture the villain from an 80s movie, the blonde hair guy, do we? Right? Think of Cobra Kai. What was that guy's name? Johnny. That's not who we're not picturing Johnny when we say gangbangers. Are we?
In all the mafia movies, I don't see many black people.
We yeah, and I don't even think we're thinking Italian people when we say gangbangers.
And I guess they all just got up and stopped. But the only gang members are black. Go ahead.
Right. So we're again jumping into a narrative. We're jumping into something that, and again, I looked for the arrest pictures. I didn't see any arrest videos or pictures. When we've got Dylan, come on, buddy.
Right.
Put a little coat on you. We'll walk you out. Just put your hands in a little zip tie. We'll walk you out kindly.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, whoever.
Right. Makes me scratch my head and go, why aren't I? What's happening here? No, I want you to think that this boy had some issues. I want you to think that just perhaps this kid, he grew up it was a tough suburban neighborhood, and his parents
just loved a little more.
Just a little more. Gangbangers. They don't have families, feelings, or anything. Just gangbangers. Way to represent Kent Goldchild. Oh, you got it right there. I got that. I was wearing the hat too earlier. But yeah, good shout out to our good friends at Goldchild. And a good shout out to our good friends at Natural Therapy Wellness Center, www.mchenrymassage.com, 815-385-8190. These guys, you want to take away your civil tension? Deep tissue massage. Right over here. They'll take care of you.
That's the shoulder blade. That's the one.
Oh, right there. Right. It just make sure that when your face is in that little face hole on the table, you don't drool. sometimes that happens.
It's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon.
It's not illegal.
So again, what is it that we want? Listen, whether it's one life taken or 6 and 16 people, it's all wrong.
Right.
To me, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
But these guys aren't dropped off going, boy, that was a hell of a deal you guys had the other night.
Right.
Okay. I tell you what, Martin Brothers, their last name was Martin. That's all I know. Yeah, why don't you go home and think about it? And we'll get back with you. And here's a card for a good therapist.
Right.
And
tell him John sent you
yeah,
and they'll look after you.
Yeah. Here's my badge number.
So, when you have these people who get, well, they were crazy or they're emotionally distraught or their upbringing and stuff like that. And that's why they did this, because look how hard their upbringing was. And how you're talking about, right? Well, what about that? It's like growing up in South Central. Well, his parents used to argue.
All right. So let's unpack this. Let's get real. These things only affect anyone. These things only affect anyone until it gets close to home. So it says it doesn't affect anyone until it gets close. I'll read something on Yahoo about a killing in Miami and be like, that sucks, and move on. Distance drives ignorance. I'm guessing people in that town are being affected a lot more. Now, let's just hold on for a second. That's what we're talking about. But it doesn't. Because from the outside here in Chicago land area, I go, yeah, it's crazy out in Sacramento. But here's what I say. Gangbangers. All gangbangers are bad. We've got them. We've seen their mugshots. They're in jail. They're in custody. I feel safe because we got 3 more gangbangers. Interesting. Lady stabs this dude to death. Cute little white girl. Again, Miami. I'm not in Miami, so not a big deal. But I know it, and I've now seen it and go, well, obviously there was something bad because they let her go. I mean, if she was a real terror, this beautiful white lady, if she was the real terror, they'd have her in custody. So something must have happened there that this poor girl was driven to that. Now, it's not my backyard. So again, I really don't care. But I have now got the concept of, oh man, these black people are all gangbangers and bad. Right?
I'm cracking up in my head. So the thing that puts fear in suburban hearts is black gang members, right? And like, man, if Deshaun comes through my window trying to rob me for selling drugs and stuff like that, like you said, thank God they got these things that give me nightmares and terrifies me, because Lord forbid I get robbed by a black gang member. You have to understand the thing that puts fear in a black athlete's heart. Crazy white.
Right? Right?
They're on the streets running rampant. They're not even behind bars.
Right.
What if I score 30 tomorrow?
Right. Yeah. Right. Everyone thoughts and prayers for a couple years ago, right? Thoughts and prayers for AJ, with crazy parents that killed their kid. But I'm guessing people in Omaha, Nebraska, saw that it was a 2-second blip. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But again, Dad defends himself. Whatever happened to it, we don't know. But if it was, if it was different shades of gray, what happens, right? But that's what I'm saying is, we say that in our heads, right? It's not in my backyard. But the perception is already planted in.
Right.
So that when I go on vacation, wherever, so I would ask you, as all my white friends out there who listen to this, I will ask you. So today we're talking about 2 murders, one by gang members right? Dreads, tattoo face, black people.
Black people.
One by cute little white girl. So when you go to Miami, or you go into Chicago, or you go wherever it is you're going on vacation, and you see a beautiful white lady, you clutch your purse and go, "Holy shit, that girl's going to kill me."
And get away with it.
Or when you go on vacation and you see a black person with a hoodie on and their pants, pulled down a little, showing their boxers.
Right.
Maybe they lost weight. I don't know.
17 pounds.
Do you go, honey, let's walk to the other side. Roll them up.
Roll them up. Okay.
Right? So don't look at them, right? Just look forward, everybody. You don't do that with the pretty white girl, right? More than likely, even though you know this lady's a murderer, you're not going to go. Most people are like, dang, right? It isn't like, shit, that lady's crazy is $3 bill. We're not scared of that, but we're scared of gangbangers, right?
So like even doing the that's over there, not in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask people around here, where's crime? Oh, that's in Chicago.
Yeah, it's in the shop.
That's in Chicago. That's West Side, South Side. That's where Chicago. Okay, where are the drugs?
It's on the south side of Chicago.
Is it?
That's where it's all at. That's just bad.
Is it?
That's
not just opinion.
That's what I'm led to believe.
But that's what you're led to believe. So that's what, like, even when it's in our backyard, it's never in our backyard.
How do you know where it's at, Phil?
Because I teach the kids to go to Barry. You know what?
Can we dump that? Can we dump that? I get it.
But that's where we're so programmed to think Westinghouse instead of Woodstock that we don't ever search Woodstock.
That's right.
And if there's weed in Westinghouse, but there's heroin in Woodstock, it is in our backyard.
Yeah, Lake County is actually one of the biggest meth counties. Yeah.
I can say it. Miss Crane.
Mm-hmm.
She works on the board and was like, we're actually worse than Chicago.
Yeah.
And I was like, but we'll never hear in the news that we're worse than where the villains live.
No, we won't talk about it.
We won't hear on the news. We won't hear in the paper.
We'll talk about the gang violence and shootings in Chicago to direct people to, we're not too bad here.
But I don't understand how, if Marcus gets arrested, there's 0.3 grams of weed, but Kyle was arrested and there was of heroin.
Yeah, I don't know how they measure that. A balloon of heroin. That's what I've seen on TV.
But this is the criminal. None of my friends have overdosed on weed. Lots of people.
Yeah, there was one time never mind.
But you ate some nachos or whatever, and you're fine. But this is what we'll villainize.
You ever notice it's not real good nachos either? It's just like whatever.
It's 7-Eleven nachos. It's fast the time nachos.
That's right. Yeah. He's like, whatever.
So how do we get so that it's not in my backyard? Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, it is. I mean, it is, right? But if I ignore it, it goes away. If I ignore it, it's not real, and it's a car accident that's going to happen, and that's what's going to rock the neighborhood. If there's a reason you feel uncomfortable in a 7-Eleven in the south side of Chicago as a white person clutching your pearls, but are wondering why black people are worried about getting pulled over by cops in McHenry, that's a problem. Yeah.
I'm told that I'm overreacting.
Now we're starting to think. Phil, you don't understand. Kyle, in your example, was on the rowing team and swim team. He's a good kid going good places. Exactly. Maybe, just going through a tough time. Mom and dad both work and just didn't get enough love.
And again, I have a friend, and Sal knows his friend, and she went to Westinghouse.
Yeah.
And she was telling us how one day walking to school, she had to walk over a body.
Yeah.
As like a fifth grader or something like that.
Yeah.
If she were to do what the Miami chick did, having to walk past addicts and this and violence,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
shot the apartment next door, but not mine. She's not allowed to say I'm crazy because of my environment, but the Miami chick is.
Yeah.
How when we rank, okay, based off of upbringing, this is more reason to shoot up a church, but this isn't understandable to shoot a bus stop, which both are bad.
Both are bad.
But this is understandable because his parents used to argue from time to time at a high volume. And this dude has seen brain fragments as an elementary schooler.
Yeah.
Let's cater to him.
Right. Right. It's crazy.
I don't understand.
Sal says Lake Forest, Libertyville, Waukegan, all that. Main reason why you won't hear about it because the small drug busts are almost every day. When it comes to kilos and pounds, that's where they report on it. Yeah, so it's a little bit here and there is what he's saying, right? Is you don't hear about the drug busts because
In McHenry?
a little bit. No, I don't hear. I don't get the news, so I don't. Yeah.
I don't think you have like the highest usage in the state on just nickel and dime bags. Just keep weight terms.
Yeah, I think Lake County actually has more heroin deaths than
Now.
Yeah, because our guy's done a nice job.
Well, because when I talked to Ms. Crane, she said they reduced it by 30%, and that's how we got out of the top spot.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying in our prime, 3 years ago, 4 years ago,
No, no, it's bad.
I don't think it's
It was
just
real bad.
onesie twosies.
No, I knew. I mean, we knew it was bad. It was real bad. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. You two have a good day. The only show I really watch on 21.6 because I like you two people and like when people talk about actual issues versus how great they fucking are. I am the greatest.
We appreciate you, Alex.
He's the next greatest. I mean, anyway, Alex from Prime Media, have a great day, brother, and enjoy this California sunshine. He's out in California, not Carolina. Good stuff. So it is bothersome. It's bothersome to me, and then I get a little upset, Phil, and I go, "Why do you send me stuff like this when it's this?" I didn't, and I'm not just saying you, whether it's on TikTok or whatever,
right.
And then I've got to just sit back and say for a minute, well, obviously, it bothers these people that make the posts and are concerned about that. The thing that I think a lot of people who watch this show and listen to this show get frustrated with, that are not of the minority, is that we go, it's one crazy white girl. You can't lump the whole race into that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
This is a one-off thing. It happens. There's black women who kill white men.
And get away with it?
So here's the hard thing. I've had a lot of conversations with people, especially about this show, because it makes people think and pushes them. Is that
horrible?
is that I say, listen, then the show's doing its job.
Right.
If it's making you just a little uncomfortable, making you look at things differently, then it's doing its job. Why don't you send me, why didn't you send me anything about the big killing out there in Sacramento, Phil? Huh? Why not? Okay, well, go out here. Let's go out here to Yahoo. Let's take a look at Yahoo. Tell me the pictures that you see here, Phil. What do you see there? Should I share this? Let's share this. Okay. Yeah, let me share this. This is where I get just a little bit. This is where I get just a little bit. right, is let's just see here, and let's you can see right up here, right, it right at the top. Let me try a different one here. Let's go there. So you'll see up at the top where it says right here, Sacramento arrest pics. So I was Googling to try to see them arresting the guys, right? And here's what we got. The first thing on this. This is at the very top, people. See that? Look, very first thing are videos, right? And there's the mugshot right there. Okay, one mugshot. Then it says top stories. Now we got a beautiful picture of a lady. For the little listeners out there on the radio, happens to be, I'm going to look at, I'm going to say white. Can I say Caucasian? I don't know her name. I don't know her ethnicity. At first glance, I'm looking at as white.
Right.
And it says, she just wanted to smile. Photographer recalls meeting woman killed in Sacramento shooting. All right. So we go from mugshot to look at this poor innocent white lady. And she was innocent. Don't get me wrong. Right.
She just wanted to smile.
She just wanted to smile. To which then the very next are, here's some flowers. Here's, it looks like maybe police looking for bullets. Right. And then here he is, dreads, and behind it, a shot through the bars. Gang member. And it says what?
Sacramento shooting, at least 5 shooters involved in a gang fight between 2 groups of individuals.
There you go. Right. And so I'm looking for pics, and that was it. And then it's just 6 dead, 12 injured, da 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 da. Right. So
they said she just wanted to smile. They're good. They're good.
Now, you're looking to get on the jury. Gang members.
Right.
Oh, she just wanted to smile.
She's still sharing.
She just wanted to smile. What? Brutal gang members.
I would do stop sharing.
You know, she just wanted to smile. So you go figure. Well, oh yeah. No, I'm not sharing anymore. It's not on there. So we're all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all right. I took it off the screen. So I can put it back up.
You're good.
Yeah. So again, question everything you hear, understand what's being said.
Right.
Now, I don't know if the gang war, they took out the people that they wanted to take out, and perhaps they did. But I don't see that. I see all she wanted to do was smile, Phil. The white lady. Now, I don't know if she was homeless. I don't know if she was a millionaire. I don't know if she was one of the gang members.
She didn't look rich. I'll say it that way.
Right. But all she wanted to do was
smile. She also looked like she was in a questionable part of town.
Yeah.
Not rich. If I was going to profile, which we're
doing,
she appeared like she may be purchasing substances that are helping her smile.
That's all she wanted to do.
But we won't show that, which is why there was a rag on the stop sign beside her. It looked tattered.
Yeah, just wanted to smile.
But we won't show that this borderline homeless lady who's buying drugs next to a raggedy stop sign.
Whoring herself out, maybe. We don't know.
We'll just say that she just wanted to smile. We won't do the same thing that we'll do on the other side.
She woke up every day, got out of the alley and the cardboard box that she lived in, and she really just wanted to smile. No, she was panhandling. Who knows, right?
You know who probably wanted to smile? The black dude who was murdered.
Right.
And there's no trial. He probably wanted to smile. Ahmaud Arbery probably wanted to smile.
Maybe.
The dude in Dallas who was killed by the police officer in his own apartment probably wanted to smile. But
could have.
We don't post.
Shouldn't have been there.
Because black people don't smile. They
shouldn't have been hanging out with those people.
In his house by himself.
Just saying. Right?
Black people don't want to smile. They just want to do mug shots, apparently.
So again,
tough sell, but okay.
So again, even though it doesn't happen in my backyard today, what am I being fed? Right?
Right.
I mean, everybody eats at McDonald's, but nobody, I mean, you're like, damn, that smells good. but you eat it and you never go, that was the best decision I ever made. You're like, the next day as you're pooping, you're like, oh God, why did I do that? When am I going to learn?
Oh, I hate myself.
Right. So what we're being fed is
McDonald's, nuggets,
right.
mystery meat.
Right. And again, how quickly we have 3 of the suspected 5 shooters in custody. I killed somebody and I'm on a movie set, and I'm walking around free.
You know what I've also noticed?
I stabbed my boyfriend several times and I'm walking around free.
I've noticed that when things happen, and
they do.
In my mind, an African American person was killed.
Yep.
What I'm told was, that police officer killed someone who was this or a gang member.
Why they run? Had to be guilty.
They
had a background.
Dude, jaywalked 5 times, so
Mhm.
he was a criminal. The police officers didn't kill a good human; they killed a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. And it's okay for a police officer to kill a criminal.
It is.
But if a black person kills a criminal, now killing other criminals is bad.
It's black on black, so.
But it's okay.
Oh wait, he didn't say the criminal was black. I'm so sorry. Oh boy, boy, did I jump right into that one? I'm not the only one.
It's okay, even though that's not the process is put in place. It's not the proper procedures and the steps. That's okay to kill a criminal. Now, neither one of these lives we care about, but now we can use it because now we can further the agenda.
Yeah.
Of criminal on criminal activity.
So is there a double standard here in the United States of America, people? Is there maybe a triple standard? Is there a standard that maybe makes us uncomfortable to say that we have? Because we talked about 5 murderers today.
Right.
3 of them happen to be in custody. 3 of them happen to be of the African American persuasion. 2 of them happen to not be in custody.
And
2 of them happen to not be of the African American persuasion. 2 of them influencers, we could say.
Influencers, you could say that.
Have some perhaps money behind their name.
Right.
And are free as you and me today, as if nothing ever happened.
So you asked me, you said, why would you send me this video?
Yeah.
And we've talked about, people can swim in the Fox, but I wouldn't recommend swimming in the Nile. Mm-hmm. Why? Because there's predators here that you don't have over there. I guess out here I could send Cubs scores because that's what upsets people out here, or that's what they're focused on.
Sure.
As an African American with African American friends, this person could kill you and just claim to be crazy. And they'll let her go.
You know what? We found out, though, that perhaps he had, truly had another relationship with a white lady that he, it didn't go well. So she was justified in killing him.
And that could possibly be the spin. But do you see how whether she does an allegation against him or she murdered him, he has to be flawless to have a chance.
Got to be. He's got to be a Navy SEAL, no record in his family history, in his lineage.
He can't have a single do-rag picture. She could have a picture of her as the only white girl at a Q-Dog party in college with alcohol and a bunch of brothers. He's the bad person.
Right.
She's not promiscuous. He's a horrible individual. And
all she wanted to do was smile.
All she wanted to do was smile and associate with good friends.
All she wanted to do was smile. And then, the only picture we could find of Kyle was his 6th grade school picture.
Their senior pictures for white kids. It's the senior sports picture. Every time.
Always.
Oh my God. What does a soccer ball have to do with him shooting up church, bro. Like,
Wholesome white. There we go. Just,
I don't care what bass he played or like what he's what.
It's the only picture we
And
can
the
find.
only picture you can find of these kids are the do-rag pictures and an Allen Iverson jersey. For
That's it.
real?
Yeah.
For
Oh,
real?
yeah, come on.
That's all we
It
can
just-
find.
It's just interesting. It's-
Every single if it's a chick, this is what you see with a volleyball every freaking time. Like she just stabbed somebody multiple times and took a life. But this is how we should remember because she just wants to smile.
There's little Susie. That's all. It's just little Susie. So
And
again,
we don't notice it. Like as a country, we don't notice it. And if I point it out, I'm reaching.
well, no, but I'm pointing it out. I literally wanted to come on here and say, see, these guys are treated good too, and they are they did a mass shooting. Nothing, people. So that tells me one of two things: either they weren't treated the same.
They didn't get the code, huh? No Burger King.
No Burger King
No
on the
fresh
way
water
in.
bottle.
You want a blizzard? Where you going? It's going to be a long day.
No,
You want to stop and get a quick blizzard?
Stop. Oil McFlurries or what's up?
Yeah.
The machine's probably down.
Right.
There. Get you
Right.
one before we go.
Or all I see is gang picture through bars and mugshots. So again, who am I scared of? What is the story that's being told here? I'm not going to go, there's a white man. I better cross the street. Look at that cute white girl. I better cross the street because she cray.
It's crazy.
However,
It's a black person.
now here's the deal. He doesn't even have to have dreads. She doesn't even have to, right? It doesn't even have to have baggy pants. There's two of them, or maybe three, just hanging out. Just good kids. Maybe straight A students. I mean, the smartest kid to ever take the SAT was in Chicago, right?
Right.
Brother, right? A black guy. Amazing. It could be that kid, a big nerd. I'm gonna cross the street or grab my wallet, or my heart rate's gonna go up because here's what I know.
But like, okay, for instance, keeping in what you're saying, right? The nerd around the dreads.
Yep.
I'm afraid of all of them. But when I'm at South and I know that this person sells these pills, I know this person has this, I know these two smoke and these are drunk idiots.
Mhm.
I'm still,
Listen,
even though I don't drink or smoke and ice, like I'm still the one that you're afraid
I'm
of.
gonna Sal, if you're still listening, I'm gonna tell a quick story. So Sal, our good buddy, he and Tony, they do a podcast called The Reject Rundown. We're talking about getting them on the station here. It's a great podcast. If you haven't checked them out, go to it. It's called The Reject Rundown. So last night we had the Bare Facts on Guns.
Singapore.
So
Yeah.
Derek's here with 2 ARs and a huge
Is Sal here for
gun.
that?
So, the Derek show goes from 6 to 7 every other Thursday, and so he's there, and he's putting away his rifles because we were talking about rifles,
Right.
and Sal and Sal Toy come in. I'm like, guys, I go, you may want to just wait because there are open firearms here, and if the police come in right now. They're not Derek's in mind. I'm just gonna tell you that, even though he's putting them away.
Officer, thank God. Oh,
Oh,
these Hispanic Asians came in here.
and,
Forced these rifles upon us.
right. I don't, and they, and we joked about it, but the fact is, hey, had they been profiled and followed up in here, it was 7 at night. It was darker at 7, right?
What are they doing here?
What are they doing here? Yeah,
But do you see how, like, we're joking and I don't think you
right.
everyone.
What is they'd go for the 2 nerd looking Latinos with glasses. That's it. Truly, right? Right? Well, I don't know.
One Latino, one Asian, but you're close.
But we're stopping the Asian hate sales.
But yes, so you guys are saying. Anyway, even though we're joking about it, you still know you could play that card.
Absolutely. In a second.
So if we know that we can play that card, why do we act like we don't have the privilege of playing the card?
The card. Right. So it's the one up our sleeve.
I know that I can cry and say that I'm crazy and they'll let me go.
Yeah.
I know I can say, well, I'll call the police in Home Depot. I'll call the police and we'll see who's where.
Yeah.
We can play the card. If the police show up, that's right. I can play the card. But I'm going to debate in the comment section that I don't have the privilege of being able to play that card.
Right.
Why multiple times is there footage of there being conflict and a person says, well, I'll call the police and we'll see whose side they're on.
Mm-hmm.
You know that could mean my life is gone and you're good, even though you're in the wrong. But there's no privilege that you have of being able to do that. You cannot like a comment I just said.
I've worked hard for everything I've got.
And you hit 911 and said, there's a black guy who's assaulting me right now on the radio show. And although we have all of this, they'd show up. Boop, boop. His hood's up.
Get out.
Oh, he reached for an energy drink.
Right. Yeah.
And we know it, but we'll play like that's not reality.
I've worked hard for everything that I've gotten, Phil. I wasn't raised with a silver spoon in my mouth. I've struggled. I've struggled, buddy.
Contrary to the popular beliefs, minorities work hard too. It's not us that takes up most of the unemployed. Anyway,
and listen, and I giggle and I laugh, right? But it's true, right? And is that a privilege? Yeah. Is it a privilege in my eyes? No. Because sometimes when you have something, you don't know that you have it.
Right.
Right.
There's
Gary. How are you this morning?
Remember when Chappelle was like, I would love to be able to call the police too. But my house is too nice. I'll never believe it's mine.
Right.
They'll show up. Oh, you're still here.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to say, man, I feel uncomfortable. Let's call the good guys and not be a suspect.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to be able to do that.
Chivalry's dead.
To be able to say, hey, listen, this person's in the wrong. I know that they're in the wrong, and I can call that number with the same confidence and know that when they arrive, they'll have my back. Like that person assumes that he'll have his.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting thing. I was talking with some guys, and this is what I want. This is what I want everybody to do. Doggone it. There's let me see if I can find it. I was sitting in an office, and God darn it. Anyway, these guys were talking. Couple guys were talking. And this. I think we covered this a year or two ago, right? Talking about moving to Tennessee, and they were talking about a lake. I'm like, oh man, I know that it's beautiful. It's man-made. I go, oh, it's man-made. They go, yeah. I go, what town was drowned? They go, what? I go, what town was drowned? And they go, what are you talking about? I go, listen, if there's a man-made lake in the South, there's a town that's underneath that lake. And so I Googled it, and there sure enough was. and they look at me like, what? I go, just trust me.
Know your history.
Know your history. I said, it didn't go into, who inhabited that lake, right?
Of course.
Or that town, rather,
Lake Town.
Very interesting, though. Yeah, wow. For real, hand to God. And I said that because of the show you did, and did some research, and I had no idea that there would be under this. But I go, let's see.
That common.
Sure enough,
it's that common. And again, we talked about the Nile versus the Fox. There's things in these.
Dole something. I want to say. Dole something lake. I don't know. I forget what it was called. No, I don't. Now it's just giving me Dole Avenue in Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake.
So it was funny to me. Dale Hollow Reserve in Tennessee. Or Dale Hollow Reservoir is great, and I'm like, what town lies under there? and it was great. What house? If I do, I forget what town drowned. Yeah. The town that drowned, it shows only remaining remnant of the town of Willow Grove. My God, it's great. And it was just crazy to me. So, yep, hey, people, it's the real deal.
Send me that.
It's the real deal. I want to do a little research,
Yeah.
but there you go. Man-made lake
Glad to.
town. And they're like, you can still see buildings and stuff under there. And
Mhm.
it's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. So, anywho, a lot of stuff going on. Listen, I don't want this show to alert anybody. You know, and I don't want you to be scared if you see a white woman walking around. We know that there's one out there that's murdered, and she's a little crazy, obviously. But I don't want you to be scared.
Caution yourselves.
Of
They're at large.
Right. However, if you see a gangbanger, just want you to know. Watch out. Watch out. It's Shane, as real quickly as we finish, it's so hard for me to know conclusively what people have in their hearts. It's a talent to be envious of ever hear the BMW tag. How is it that you know my situation yet I don't possess the ability to speak your truth, not mine? That's the issue.
What?
I don't know. Is it the BLM? Ever hear the BLM? BMW tech? I don't know. We'll have to unpack that.
Yeah,
Shoot me an email or whatever, and let's go through that. We don't have time now, and I never know what's in anybody's heart, but we're just
we're that claim, but okay.
We're just saying so. Thank you for tuning in. Come back at 1 for the Neighborhood Pulse. It's going to be a great show today. We've got Arturo Flores. It's going to be on from Success Realty. Then come back at 3. Friend of Noah, Steph and Joe, Dream Home Experts tonight. Thanks to our sponsors over here, Natural Therapy Wellness Center, our good friends at Gold Shield. Absolutely love you all. Listen, thanks for getting caught in the net. This has been Bridging Civil Tension. Be good. More importantly, be good to each other.
Yes, sir. Love you guys.